Family, welcome to your authentic love marriage moment with who? Chaz
and Alicia
and my beautiful wife Alicia.
What you wearing?
Oh, you like my shirt, babe? She like my shirt. My shirt is the greatest. Hey, everybody, hey, I'm a Muhammad Ali fan.
You're boxing.
So I'm a boxing fan, period.
Fan.
I mean, if you want to talk,
but the greatest is, yeah.
You want to talk boxing, I'm your guy, right? But, however, tonight, we want to thank you all for tuning in to us tonight, just to see what we're talking about, right? We pray that you enjoyed last week's session, marriage levels, and here again, we're going to kind of break that down individually to give you more knowledge about 7 levels of marriage. But tonight, I'm going to turn it over to my wife for what we have been accustomed to here recently. We didn't do it the past couple of shows, but we're going to do it tonight. So
right.
Take it away.
Right. So happy anniversary. This is the first week in November.
Wow.
So happy anniversary to all of our anniversary couples, and happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating a birthday so far in November.
We want to give a humongous shout out to one of my family members on my dad's side and my mom's side, right? We want to give a huge shout out to my uncle. I call him Uncle Johnny, but he's known to most as Bishop Johnny Davis, and my aunt Evelyn Davis. They just celebrated 50 years of wedded bliss.
50.
50 years. Wow.
That's a quarter of a century.
That's half of a century. So congratulations to you, Uncle Johnny and Aunt Evelyn,
Uncle Bishop and Auntie
all
Lady
of
Evelyn.
all of your accomplishments and everything that you have done in the past 50 years together.
Mm-hmm.
Your work speaks volumes and speaks for you. Congratulations. 50 years of wedded bliss.
Yes.
From Chaz and Alicia Cohens from Authentic Love Marriage Moment.
Right. So happy anniversary from the past, present, and future.
Yes. So we pray that we see another 50 years.
Right.
If
it can be done, because see how young they look.
Right. And they look good too. Look
real good.
Right. So but now we're getting ready to go into tonight's show. So tonight's show is going to kind of give you some food for thought. This topic that we chose from our book, Marriage Coaching 101 Daily Tools. And we found out that, our book is really surfacing over many other sites that you can purchase. So we'll share that with you here in just a few moments. But however, I'm going to turn it over to my wife to give you what we're going to be talking about tonight. What you got, babe?
Arguments and disagreements. It's part of life.
It's part of life,
But it's how you navigate through it too.
Right. It's very common in relationships, no matter the age, no matter the longevity, no matter if it's a beginning relationship, you're going to have disagreements because it's all a part of the learning process, right?
It is.
What is the learning process? The process is when you guys set a arrangement to either do business together, to start dating, if you're going into a relationship status, to announce that, hey, we are in relationship together, or even if you're going into marriage together, you're going to have disagreements, right? Difference, opposites attract.
Right.
So
you're right. So break it up. You are agreeing on one side, but then disagreements will happen.
Right. And it's all how you handle it. Mm-hmm. Right. So, for example, most disagreements come from, the way you were raised, right? When you get together, especially in relationships, when you get together with someone, how you were raised may be different from how your significant other or whoever's been raised, right? So, and those disagreements come from family traditions, or this is not how we used to do it. We're doing it this way. But the key is, how do you adapt to change?
Right. But also to that, to your point, it's a learned behavior. So we're creatures by habit, and we learn by habit. So we're learning how to communicate. We're learning how to live with one another. We're learning how to be married. We're learning how to parent. We're learning how, like if your dad, oh yeah, my dad just retired from so-and-so after 30 years. Those are learned habits that we eventually adopt, that become our own.
Mm-hmm. So. All right. So what you got, babe?
Right. So page 100. Arguments and disagreements. So in most marriages, there will be moments of intense arguments or disagreements when we hurt each other, and these intense moments of fellowship will certainly happen in the intimate relationship of marriage. How many of you guys have felt that? But when we feel the pain or the hurt caused from the intense fellowship during these fights, our first thought is to protect ourselves, thinking they hurt me and they don't really care about me. These thoughts manifest in our subconscious, which is really called the heart of a man, where we sometimes do not realize we are building a case against our spouse because we are hurting and not understanding our spouse's intentions. Don't judge the situation and your spouse for the hurt and the pain that have been caused, but believe the best of their intentions for the best. Working through the toughest and roughest issues to work through, it doesn't mean they don't care, but let's choose mercy to triumph and let love reign supremely as you both work through those problems. Stop building the case against your spouse. Instead, continue building your marriage instead. That was a lot.
That was a lot. Because why? This is the issue in most relationships, right? This is the issue, right? The daily tool: choose to let mercy triumph and let love reign supreme as you both work through the problems and stop building a case. Hello, family. We'll get back to the show in just a moment. But, however, this is our book, Marriage Coaching 101 Daily Tools. As you can see, we have 3 sites that you can purchase the book: ReaderHouse.com, Amazon.com, and Walmart.com for all your purchasing needs. Me and Alicia thank you in advance for purchasing our book, Marriage Coaching 101 Daily Tools. Calling all fathers, husbands, come out and join us at the last men's breakfast of 2023 here in Riverdale, Georgia. The host pastor is Pastor Keith Barksdale at the Valley Hill Baptist Church, 351 Valley Hill. Come fellowship, food, fun, and networking. Now, back to your authentic love marriage moment with Chaz and Alicia. This is the key when we build a case, when you don't talk it through, right? When you don't talk things through, and things go silent, right? You're starting to build a case in your mind after that conversation, especially if it's not resolved. Oh, she thinks this way. Oh, this is what she tried to do. Oh, she did this and she did that. Okay, the man is automatically like, yeah, I know what she did. She did this and she did that and she did this. Or in a relationship, yeah, what they were trying to do, they were trying to get over on me. And a lot of times it is not that intention at all. It's different, right? There's a famous passage in the Bible, which we'll have it up on the screen, but it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, right? Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What does it mean? Hear the whole thing, right? And let's conclude with the end in mind. What does that do? That's where the understanding comes in. That's when new revelation and new knowledge of your spouse or significant other or your partner comes into place, because we all have to learn how to deal with each other to get through these disagreements.
Right. Totally agree. And the thing, going back to the book, Arguments and Disagreements, you're building, you're subconsciously, again, building this this wall up against your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it's time to like come down, because you can go high as you want in these elevations of these arguments and disagreements.
Yep.
So when it's time to come down, you thinking to yourself like, no, because he, like Chaz was saying, he did this, she did this, but that subconscious wall is really tough to break. Especially, it's strong. We have had couples that we have coached to a better marriage that they had this subconscious wall up and was holding it against their spouse for a number of years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that subconscious mind can actually have you looking at your spouse. You think that he have like 3 ears and he just honestly have 2, but your subconscious mind start building this image of him or her, and it's not fair to them.
Yep.
And they're fighting to get behind that subconscious mind.
Yes. So. Yes. And that's the thing that the subconscious mind, man.
The subconscious.
What is back there? What is being fed?
Right.
What is going on in that mind?
Right. And so you get to the other ones. Remember, like so you get to the table of the D word.
For relationship.
You get to that point. So once you get to that point, you in your subconscious mind be like, how did we get here? I never saw my spouse, him or her, that way, but that subconscious mind built it. Mm-hmm. So you get to the point of like, you want a divorce? Yeah, I want a divorce. Okay, well, we're gonna get a divorce, because both of you are fighting because of the hurt. Mm-hmm. And then you just build that wall of subconsciousness. Okay.
And another thing, when arguments or disagreements or intense moments of fellowship, as we talked about, if they're not resolved, we call that concealed fear that produces the onion effect, right? Let me explain. Okay, concealed fear. I don't feel like talking to her or talking to him or talking to them because I know how they feel. So I'm going to keep my opinions to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm going to keep it inside. But when you go around them, you still have that opinion and that feeling inside, but you don't want the backlash or the outcome of that. Mm-hmm. What is the onion effect? The onion effect is unresolved conversations that's layered, right? If you notice an onion is made of 13 layers, right? So every time you turn around, a conversation that's not resolved in arguments and disagreements, right? It goes layer after layer after layer. To my wife's point, how did we get here? So what you have to do is peel the layers back to find out what is the root of it. But when you dig into that onion, and especially if the onion, and if you're cooking, if the onion is close to your face, what does it do? It produces tears, right? So layer after layers being pulled back, it's going to be some hurtful, intense conversations that needs to be resolved to get to the root of what the cause of the atmosphere is. So therefore, it's going to be some hurt. It's going to be some pain, but the key is how you get through it.
And you know how you get through it? Fun fact. This is a fun fact. This is not off subject. It's close.
Yeah.
So one of the fun facts is that they say that when you're cooking and you're actually cutting the onion, the chemicals in the onion, the reason why your eyes well up, because the chemical is attracted to water. So what's the closest thing to your face that has water?
Oxygen.
Is your eyes and the tear ducts.
And the tear ducts, right.
So that's the reason why we cry with the onions. But they say that if you ball up a paper towel and soak it in water, that the onion chemical will flow to that paper towel and the tears won't flow. So the fun fact, like what Chaz was saying, like, you're going to cut that onion, we're going to go deeper, and things will happen. Just have your tissue on hand, and we'll just so just have your tissue on hand. You're going to cry. We're going to help you through it. And that's what we do here at Authentic Love Marriage Coaching. We help you through that process.
And that moment, it's going to be real, right? It's not going to be anything fake and phony about it, right? Because why? Getting through the arguments and the disagreements, you're going to find out that, wow, we got through this, we got over this hurdle together.
And it shouldn't have took that long, 2 years going into a year. And
there's peace. And then you feel
harmony.
yourself closer.
Compatibility in your marriage. You feel harmonious in your marriage. You feel that love. You feel that closeness. You feel like, God, man, we took all that time and we could just been still living it up and enjoying one another.
Right.
That's what marriage is. Enjoy one another, not seeing your spouse as you're in it.
And that's the blessing of it on the other side of those arguments and disagreements. So with that, hey, we learned a little science.
A little fun fact.
A little fun fact with a little science in it, and hey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Even if you clicked on it, this our show tonight, thank you so much for watching.
We really appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. And
we see our views going up again.
Yeah, they're going up because, hey, we're here. We're being consistent. And thank you so much for all your likes and your shares and your comments. We're going to get some guests in here pretty soon to finish out this year of 2023. We're going to have some fun. So stay tuned to Your Authentic Love Marriage Moment with Chaz and Alicia. And I'm telling you, we are blessed to have you guys.
Yes, we are.
Tune in to us. So with that being said, don't forget to authenticate your marriage. All right, everybody. We will see you next Thursday. And you all have a great and wonderful week. Be blessed. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.